I stand near the bar, champagne in hand, watching crystal chandeliers cast fractured light across a room full of people I don't trust. 3 years. That's how long I've worked at Westbrook Industries, climbing from intern to executive assistant to the CEO himself. Everyone thinks I'm living the dream. They don't see the exhaustion behind my forced smile. "Emma, you look stunning tonight." A colleague gushes as she passes. I nod, tugging at this black dress that cost 2 weeks' salary. I'm trying so hard to fit into a world that will never truly accept me. "Girl, you need to eat something. You look pale." Maya appears beside me, handing me a small plate of hors d'oeuvres. "I'm fine, Maya." "No, you're not. You've been running yourself into the ground for him." She glances across the room at Daniel Westbrook, our CEO. "He's using you, Emma. He's giving me opportunities. He's giving you impossible deadlines and taking credit for your work." Maya lowers her voice. "I'm telling you, something's off about him. I want to argue, but I'm too tired." My phone buzzes a text from James, my boyfriend. "Sorry, babe. Can't make it tonight. Family emergency. Love you." I sigh. He's always canceling lately, Emma. That voice, smooth, commanding. Daniel Westbrook appears, his Forbes 30 under 30 smile, lighting up his face. "I need to speak with you about tomorrow's board meeting. It's urgent. Now. The party, it can't wait." His tone shifts, just slightly. Not a request, a command. Maya's hand touches my arm. "Emma, it's fine. I'll be right back." I follow Daniel without hesitation, trusting him completely. I shouldn't have. Asterisk, my heels click against marble as I follow Daniel down an empty corridor. The party noise fades behind us. Something feels wrong. He stops outside the executive restroom, the private one. "In here, the bathroom. Can't we just, it's the only private place? Right now, trust me." He pushes the door open. I hesitate at the threshold. Every instinct screams at me to walk away, but I've never questioned him before. Why start now? Inside, the door locks with a soft click. White marble, gold fixtures, too luxurious, too quiet. I clutch my phone and purse tighter. So, about tomorrow's meeting, Daniel's expression changes. The charm vanishes like a mask ripped off. Cold calculation stares back at me. "Emma, I need you to understand something." "Understand what?" My voice comes out smaller than I intended. He steps closer. I back against the marble counter, confused, trapped. "This never leaves here," he whispers, his breath hot against my ear. "What are you?" His hand grabs my wrist. Hard, painful. Something cold and heavy is forced into my Pama velvet bag. I look down, my hands shaking. Diamonds, jewelry, expensive pieces I recognize from the company vault. "What? What is this? Why are you giving me? You've been stealing from the company." "Emma," his voice is ice. "These security cameras will prove it." I look up. The red light blinks in the corner, recording everything. No, Daniel. You can't. This isn't Ty didn't. You did. The footage will show you did. He releases my wrist and steps back, adjusting his tie calmly. "If you tell anyone what really happened here, I'll destroy your career, your reputation, your entire life. Do you understand me?" My throat closes. I can't breathe. I can't speak. "Do you understand?" he repeats, harder. "Why?" It comes out as a broken whisper. "Why are you doing this?" "Because you're a liability, Emma, and I eliminate liabilities." He straightens his jacket, checks his reflection in the mirror, and walks out, leaving me frozen with stolen jewelry in my trembling hands. 24 hours later, I'm sitting in a conference room surrounded by people who want me destroyed. "Miss Chen, this is very serious." Patricia Huang, HR director, slides a tablet across the table. She's always hated me. Now she gets to finish me. The security footage plays. Me following Daniel, entering the bathroom, close-up of my face guilty, panicked, holding the jewelry. The audio is conveniently silent. "Ms. Chen, can you explain why you were in possession of company property valued at over $200,000? Richard Brennan, legal counsel, doesn't even look at me. Daniel sits across from me, his face a masterpiece of disappointed concern. "I trusted her," he says softly. "I can't believe." "Stop lying." I slam my hands on the table. "You framed me. You put those in my hands." Emma Daniels' voice breaks perfectly. Why would I do that? You were my most trusted, because I found the documents, the sale to the Chinese conglomerate, the offshore accounts. Patricia's eyes narrow. Are you now accusing Mr. Westbrook of corporate espionage, Miss Chen? These desperate accusations, they're not desperate. They're true. The door bursts open. Maya rushes in. Emma didn't do this. She would never miss Rodriguez. This is a closed meeting. Richard stands. Security, please escort her out. Don't touch me. You're all protecting him. Maya struggles as guards grab her arms. Emma, don't let them do this. Maya, I reach for her, but she's dragged away. Patricia folds her hands. Miss Chen, effective immediately, you are terminated. We are also considering criminal charges. No. Please, I have bills. This is my career. You should have considered that before stealing. Richard slides termination papers across the table. Sign here. My hand shakes as I sign my name. What choice do I have? They escort me out through the main office. Former colleagues stare. Whisper. Judge. Security deactivates my badge at the front desk, tosses my personal items into a cardboard box. Outside, rain pours down. I dial James with shaking fingers. No answer. I call again. Nothing. I'm completely alone. That night, soaked and broken in my apartment, I pull up the files on my personal laptop, the ones I'd accidentally copied weeks ago. Preliminary sale documents. Westbrook Industries, Tuzhou Technologies, Daniel's signature. Suspicious vendor contracts. I finally understand. I wasn't just his assistant. I was a liability who knew too much. Asterisk 2 weeks. 14 days of unemployment, shame and silence. My savings account drains. My apartment feels smaller each day. My heart lifts. James, thank God. I need you right now. I can't do this anymore. Silence? What? I can't be with someone accused of theft. It's bad for my reputation. My firm is considering partnership. And are you serious right now? I'm sorry, Emma. But you have to understand my position. I hang up, stare at the phone, laugh bitterly. Our entire relationship was a performance. A knock at my door. Maya, carrying takeout and wearing determination. You look terrible, she says, pushing past me. Thanks. Emma, I'm not giving up on you. I know you didn't do this. Everyone else thinks I did. Everyone else is wrong. She sets down the food. And you're not alone. 3 days later, another knock. This time, a stranger, Emma Chen, a woman in her 40s, sharp eyes, detective's badge. I'm Detective Sarah Morrison. Financial crimes. Can I come in? I let her in because what do I have? Left to lose. Miss Chen, I've been investigating Westbrook Industries for 6 months. You're not the first person Daniel Westbrook has destroyed. I sit down slowly. What? There have been others. Employees who mysteriously left after misconduct. Always right when they might have discovered something inconvenient. Sarah pulls out a file. I believe you, but I need proof. I have documents. Files I copied, that's a start. But I need more. And I want to introduce you to someone who can help. The next day, I meet Thomas Chen in a coffee shop. He's in his 50s, tired eyes, but there's fire underneath. Daniel Westbrook destroyed my life 5 years ago, Thomas says. Framed me for accounting fraud. Lost my job, my marriage, my reputation. You're also a Chen, I say stupidly. He smiles sadly. No relation, but same enemy. I've been waiting for a chance at justice. Are you ready to fight back, Emma? I look. At Sarah, at Thomas, at Maya beside me. Yes, I say, I'm ready. Thomas spreads financial documents across my apartment floor like a battle map. See this fake vendor contracts. Millions siphoned into offshore accounts. His finger traces the paper trail. Daniel's been embezzling for at least 3 years. And the jewelry, I ask? Insurance fraud. He reports items stolen. Insurance pays out. He sells the real pieces through private channels. Sarah leans forward. The jewelry he planted on you was part of that scheme. Maya arrives with a USB drive. I copied these from the shared server. Email chains between Daniel and Sophia Lin, his girlfriend. I take the drive. His accomplice. She's drafting all the fraudulent contracts. She knows everything. Maya looks exhausted. Emma, I'm risking my job doing this. Then stop. Please, Maya. I can't let you. I'm not stopping. Her voice is steel. He doesn't get to win. Weeks blur together. Thomas teaches me forensic accounting. Sarah coaches me on legal procedures. We build our case document by document, transaction by transaction. Then Eleanor Westbrook calls me. "Miss Chen, I'd like to meet with you." Daniel's mother, the company founder. I almost refuse, but curiosity wins. We meet at her estate. She's 70-something, wheelchair-bound, but her mind is sharp as glass. "You didn't steal anything," she says simply. "My son is a liar. He's always been a liar. Mrs. Westbrook, Eleanor, please, and I owe you an apology. I built that company from nothing. Then I got sick, stepped back, and Daniel turned it into his personal bank." She hands me a key, storage, unique, old company records. Everything from before Daniel took over. Use them. "Why are you helping me?" "Because I loved my son. But I won't protect a monster, even if he came from my body." Her eyes water. "Take him down, Emma." "Take down what?" "He's become—" I leave with the key and a box of documents. Piece by piece, our case grows stronger. "We've got him," Thomas says one night, reviewing the final evidence. Embezzlement, fraud, obstruction, conspiracy. Sarah nods. "I'm getting the warrant." "In 2 more days. I want to confront him first." I say, "Emma, I need him to know it was me. I need to see his face when his world collapses." Sarah considers this. "All right, but I'm coming with you." The quarterly investor meeting. I walk through doors I was dragged out of 2 months ago. The room falls silent. Every face turns toward me. Daniel sees me. For one beautiful second, fear flashes across his face. "Security?" His voice cracks slightly. "Escort this woman out immediately." "Actually, Mr. Westbrook," Detective Sarah steps beside me, badge displayed. "You need to come with us." The room erupts in whispers. I finally speak, and my voice doesn't shake. "You told me that night would never leave that restroom. But you were wrong, Daniel. Everything leaves somewhere." "What is this?" A board member stands. "What's happening?" "This is justice," I say. "Daniel Westbrook has been embezzling millions from this company. Fake vendor contracts, offshore accounts, insurance fraud, and when I accidentally discovered evidence, he framed me for theft to silence me. That's insane. Daniel's charm is gone, only rage remains." She's lying. She's a disgraced employee trying to— "We have proof." Thomas enters, carrying boxes of financial documents. Every transaction, every fraudulent contract, every offshore account. Patricia looks like she might vomit. Sophia tries to slip toward the exit. "Miss Lynn, don't move." Another detective blocks her path. The doors open. Eleanor Westbrook rolls in, her wheelchair pushed by her nurse. Mother Daniel's voice breaks. "What are you? I disown you." Ellie's voice cuts through the chaos. "You destroyed lives to feed your greed. Daniel, you destroyed my legacy. You destroyed the company I built with my own hands." "Mother, please. I did this for us. You did this for yourself. You always have." Sarah steps forward. "Daniel Westbrook, you're under arrest for embezzlement, fraud, conspiracy, and obstruction of justice." They handcuff him in front of everyone, his colleagues, his investors, his victims. As they lead him away, he looks at me with pure hatred. "You'll regret this." "No," I say calmly. "You will?" For the first time since that bathroom, I feel powerful. Asterisk, the headlines are brutal. Tech CEO arrested for embezzlement and employee fraud. I watch Daniel's perfect reputation crumble in real-time news channels, social media, industry magazines. Everyone who once worshipped him now tears him apart. Sophia is arrested as an accomplice, her legal career destroyed overnight. My phone buzzes. James again. I block the number without reading. The company launches an internal investigation. 6 other victims, 6 other employees, Daniel framed or forced out. We all receive formal apologies and settlements. Patricia is fired. Richard resigns before they can terminate him. Eleanor calls me personally. "Emma, I'd like to offer you Daniel's position. Interim CEO while we search." "No," the answer is immediate. "Thank you, but I can't stay in that place." I understand. But I insist on a substantial settlement and spotless references that I'll accept. Thomas gets his name cleared, receives consulting offers from firms across the country. Maya is promoted to senior operations manager. They're scared I'll blow the whistle on more corruption, she tells me, grinning. And they're right to be. Trial happens fast. Daniel's lawyers try every tactic, but the evidence is overwhelming. I testify, face him across the courtroom. His expensive suit can't hide what he is anymore. He told me my career was over, I say clearly. He told me to stay silent. He told me no one would believe me. He was wrong on all counts. The jury deliberates for 3 hours, guilty on all charges. 12 years in federal prison. Outside the courthouse, reporters swarm. Miss Chen, how do you feel? I don't stop walking. I've said everything that needed to be said. Asterisk, 6 months later. I stand in our new office. Voice for the Framed reads the sign on the door. Emma, we've got another case. Thomas hands me a file. Executive framed for harassment she didn't commit. Tell her we'll help. I set down my coffee. Maya, schedule an intake meeting. Already done. Maya grins from her desk. We've helped 17 people so far. 17 victims who were told to stay silent, told no one would believe them. Eleanor Westbrook is our primary investor. Penance. She calls it, I call it justice. I've moved to a new city. Started dating again slowly, carefully, trusting my instincts this time. Some nights, I still hear his voice. This never leaves here, but I understand now that secrets kept in darkness only protect the guilty. A letter arrives, forwarded from my old address, prison return address, Daniel's handwriting. I hold it for a long moment, then tear it in half without opening it. He doesn't get any more of my time, my energy, my thoughts, whatever he has to say apology, justification, manipulation. I don't need to hear it. My story isn't about him anymore. 2 years later, I accept. An award from a victims' rights organization. Voice for the Framed has expanded to 5 states. I tell the audience. We've helped over 100 victims of workplace corruption. We've taken down 7 corrupt executives. We've helped reform employment law in 3 states. Then, I tell my story. The full, unedited truth. The bathroom, the betrayal, the fight back. The audience is silent. Then they stand, applauding. Afterward, a young woman approaches, crying. I've been framed by my manager. I thought I was alone. I take her hands. You're not alone. Not anymore. This is why I survived. Not just for my justice, but to be the person I needed when I was at my lowest. That bathroom was supposed to be my ending. Instead, it became my beginning. Daniel tried to silence me, to bury me in shame and lies. But the truth always surfaces. Sometimes, I still think about that moment, his hand forcing the jewelry into mine, his whispered threat. But now, instead of fear, I feel gratitude. Not for what he did, but for what I became in spite of it. He wanted to break me. Instead, he forged me into something unbreakable. And that's the ultimate revenge, not his destruction, but my resurrection, the end.